Hi, this is Dr. Steve Vargo, and I am hosting a series of interviews to discuss the new Idoc services. And I have with me today Susan Daly. Susan is Associate Director of Optical Strategy and Development, and we're going to talk about optical services. So welcome, Susan.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Susan, when did you decide to create this service? What kind of challenges were ODs having?
The way I like to describe it is that the main challenge for the OD when it relates to the optical is that ODs are not retailers. And the optical is a retail space if you look at it from its strictest definition, which is the sale of goods for the exchange of money to a consumer. It's the one space, I would say, in their business where they have to stock inventory, which is a skill set very outside of what they're taught in school and even what many people learn, even if they attended business school. Stocking inventory and managing inventory is a different issue. Setting goals for the success of their practice, managing KPIs, key performance indicators, managing a retail staff, a sales staff, all of these things are very much outside of what an OD owner is used to and what they're trained to do. So in talking with practices in our consulting for the last 6 or 7 years, we've been listening to them and all of the myriad pain points that they express when it comes to their optical. And so we've finally gotten to the point where we can create a service that addresses really all of them.
Speaking from someone who went to optometry school, yes, we don't get that training in school, so that certainly makes sense. How is this service different from other services?
I'm very passionate about this question. I think it's an important question to ask, and the answer is even more important. And the way that this is different than anything that exists in the market today to help practices with managing their optical is that we are a completely neutral voice. For a low monthly fee, we don't take a percentage of their revenue. We have really no stake in the game except to make them more successful in what they're doing and ensure that independent optometry continues to thrive in what is always a challenging environment, but particularly in the last few years for reasons that we all understand. I think that pressure has certainly intensified. And what we would love is for owner ODs to be able to focus on what they do best, which is patient care, and also to remain successful in the other areas of their practice so that they can thrive and they can enjoy owning their own business. I'm a former business owner. I know how difficult it is, and all of the pressures that are on you and all of the different hats that you have to wear. So this service is different because we're a neutral voice. We don't own any brands, we don't own any manufacturers, we don't own any labs. So we are really here to address the entire optical. The analogy that I use is if you go to a podiatrist and you say, I can't walk, they may fix some issues that you have in your feet because that's the lens that they're looking at your problems through. But that may be referred pain. You may actually have an issue with your hips and the podiatrist is not going to look at that. So you still can't walk. So we haven't solved the problem. And what I find is lacking in what is being offered today to help practices in their optical is that each of these services will address particular issues, but not the entire issue, the entire retail operation of the practice, and that's what we provide.
Can we dig a little deeper then as this program launches and evolves, what can ODs expect as the next phase of optical services?
We're very excited. I mean, what we're doing today is we have revamped our optical consulting, which Idoc has been doing informally for more than 20 years, but formally for the last 6 or 7. We've talked to thousands of practices across the country and heard, again, their pain points and their issues and what they need help with. And we've assembled a team of experts to help them. And we've expanded that team recently. So the retailing team, if you will, or the optical team at Idoc has a depth of experience that we'll be leveraging in the next 12 months to bring even more improvements and more offerings to our optical services, and that'll include things like inventory management services and staff training, which we know is a big ask, retail sales skills staff training, selling luxury, upselling, all of these things, multiple pairs, increasing capture rate, all of the pain points that practices have expressed in the past years. And then there are a host of other things coming that I can't specify, but we are working hard in solving what we have heard and listened to practices say that they need help with, and that will be in the next 12 months.
Yeah, and it is exciting. And I think this has been a culmination of things we've heard in the past. And it's exciting with these services to see what they become as well. I think we'll see some continuing evolution as we listen to feedback from members and continue to make adjustments and evolve and grow with the industry. We have several members that have more than one location. So can Idoc work with practices with more than one location regarding these services?
Absolutely. And there are very clear economies of scale when you grow to more than one location that you can leverage in the optical. We encourage central buying, and that's the model that we would suggest. Again, Idoc, and specifically in optical services, we take a very unique approach to each practice. We listen to them, what their pain points are, what they want to solve, and how they want to solve them. And we attack those issues with best practices and industry experience, but we don't prescribe what we think that they should do in their optical. We work with them to find the best solution. That said, there are some very clear ways to leverage having more than one location. And as you get bigger, those economies of scale only get more efficient and they improve. So we're excited to work with multi-location practices, and we know that we can be a huge benefit to them.
And speaking of locations, I know the answer to this one. I'm really excited about this too, but I'm going to ask you anyway. Is this open for non-Idoc Alliance members? And I know that's a strategic decision we made that is pretty exciting to me as we look for new ways to expand our reach and expand our services. And also, does this service come with Idoc consulting? So 2 questions in one there.
Sure. Let me see if I can remember them both.
I'll remind you.
I've had my coffee, so I think we're okay. There are so many advantages to being an Idoc member, and there is so much that we can help with and provide. And again, be a neutral voice and bring best practices to an independent business owner who is very much isolated by definition, who maybe doesn't have visibility to what's happening in the industry or what's happening with their colleagues. And we can provide that insight along with a host of other things, education, et cetera. That said, our services are here to help an independent owner live the practice of their dreams, not just an independent Idoc member owner. So yes, our services are available, including optical services, to those who are not a member of the Idoc Alliance. And we're very excited to reach the broader industry and help everybody thrive.
And then the service comes with Idoc consulting. Can you speak to that as well?
I did forget the last question. Look at that. I need more coffee.
That's what I'm here. That's what a moderator is for. So.
Great job. Yes, phase 1, which launched in July, which is the revamp of optical consulting. It does include, if you're a member of Idoc, optical services is included in your select membership and your advisor membership. Essential members have a small fee, monthly fee, to get access to these services. And then as we move forward in all of the offerings that we'll be bringing to the market in the next 12 months, which we're very excited about, they are not included in membership. However, there's a steep discount if you're an Idoc member.
Very exciting, Susan Daly. Really appreciate you coming on. It's very helpful, and really appreciate all the hard work you've put into this program. And if you want to learn more about Idoc services, please visit our website at idoc.net. Thanks again, Susan. And we look forward to hearing from you.